Nice, nice, nice. All right. Yes, yes. How are you guys doing? We're so excited to be with you guys today. Happy Tuesday. I definitely put out in the chat where you're coming from and what's your biggest why, okay? Because I'm here for you, okay, every step of the way. So please, the most important person here is you. So pat yourself in the back right now for being here, okay? Most important thing is you show up for yourself, right? And why are you here? So put down in the chat. What do you want to get out of this? Okay? What's your biggest why? Okay? Because that will determine everything. Okay? Without your biggest why, you're not gonna do what you need to do for your family. Right? Teresa, Texas for your son. Awesome. I live in Texas for 10 years. Love it. Love everywhere I go. But yeah, so fantastic. Yes, your son, right? What do you want to do for your son? Puerto Rico, time and freedom. All right, Norma, welcome, welcome. All right, I see familiar faces here. Candy, good to see you. All right, Norma, yeah. Tamara, yeah, thank you for turning on your camera, guys. Yeah, turn on your camera, guys. Okay, this is Dr. Chow live, not Dr. Chow AI. Okay, so this is real live call, and the more you're interacting with me, the more I can help you. Right? We do business with people we like and trust, so it's hard to like and trust somebody if you're hiding behind a screensaver. You know, don't worry about makeup. Nobody cares. Nobody see you anyway. Okay, but when we see your presence, that's the most important thing. Okay. So Andrea, Kansas, Missouri. All right, family, awesome. Yeah, Candy, New Jersey, family in the kingdom. Amen to that. Yep, I'm a Christian. No shame of it. A lot of my students are, and I want to shout out to all the good people, brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for your trust and your a lot. Funny thing I told Candy earlier. Most of my students just all happen to be Christians, so a lot of them, right? So yeah, just you just track who you are, I guess. And we don't really advertise that much, and that's awesome. But anyway, all right, Tamara, all glory go to him. Praise his name most high. Okay. All right. So Tamara from Southern California learned to scale up in my retirement. All right. Teresa's driving. Okay. Maxwell, Virginia. Location freedom. Most of a great health and grow with my family. Awesome. Virginia is great. Yeah. My wife from Virginia. She's amazing. Joanne, Augusta, Georgia. Retirement. Awesome. Yes. Augusta, Georgia. Georgia is a good place as well. I actually live in the South for the longest time. I've been everywhere. I know. I look like 20, but I've been around. I love to travel. I love to learn different culture, different places, and that's why and we have students in almost every major state, every major city in America. So super excited to what I can share with you today. All I ask for in exchange for my time and everything that you give a hand for all my team, all the people that show up here, you know, is that it takes a lot of us to to make this happen. Okay, um, so a lot of money, time, investment. All I ask you in exchange for what we do, totally free here. Everything you can put your call where nothing to sell you tonight. You know, um, all I ask for is just being coachable and pay attention. That's what, that's it. Okay, can you be coachable, participate, and pay attention? Yeah. Can I get your attention, please? That's all, okay? So you can do that. That's that will make it worth my time. Whether we do anything together or not, you know, God bless you, and I will do everything in my power to make it worth your while. I know your time is super valuable. I don't take it lightly at all. Take time you away from your family, away from everything that you do, and focus here for the next hour here that can change your life forever. Okay? Because I remember when I was struggling as an immigrant from Vietnam with absolutely nothing, and I go over that, right? To even I thought I made it as a doctor, literally 8 years of blood, sweat, and tears, but I found out it's more like a corporate slavery. Right? Anybody feel trapped, frustrated, and burnt out, right? In what you do, right? Exactly what I did, how I feel. So, and I crave for mentorship. I crave for somebody who get out of the, literally the hellhole I was in, literally. And I go over that, and I'm so grateful for all the people that impact my lives. And that's one of the ways why I'm doing, the main reason why I do what I do. I don't have to do this. I want to do this because, after I retired when I was 33, 7 years ago, traveled around the world and sat on the beach and literally, I remember like yesterday, and I was like, what's the purpose of my life? It's not just about me anymore. I retired my parents too. My grandma bought them the big house, got them a cook and a maid. It's like, what else can I do? And God showed me my vision is to help 1 million families break the generational curse and build generational wealth, right? Who in here want to be one of those families, right? Yeah, it's all start with you. It's all start with this moment. All start with now, okay? And that's why I do what I do, okay? So I'm gonna go over. I know the main topic today is furnishing, okay? How to furnish to get the maximize your return. But before we dive into that, I want to set up some framework for you guys, some main concept, because one of my billionaire mentor, Tony Robbins, teach me a long time ago, 80% of your success is about mindset, right? People are looking for strategies, tactics all the time, but that's only 20% of your success, okay? 80% of it is right here in between your mind and how you think, right? That's why you're going to become who you hang around. And I want to respect you guys, pass on the back right now for being here, participate, right? And change your life. For something got to change, you got to change. That's it. For your environment to change, you got to change your environment. You got to change the people you hang around. You got to become who you hang around. So these are the people you want to hang around, right? People who take time, invest into themselves, and move forward. And when you do anything, go all in. Don't do it halfway. Whether you do it or not, just do it. Okay. If you don't do it, then might as well go watch Netflix or something. Okay. It's a lot more entertaining than me. I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to change your life. Okay. So how I went from trapped corporate slave with absolute freedom now with corporate housing, insurance housing, without owning any properties. You can do real estate without buying the property or own the property. Do you know that? I don't have any employees. I don't want any employees either. Okay, I want contractor, subcontractor, 1099, so I don't have to worry about all the craziness. I had many employees, in a lot of different businesses, and I'd rather, not have to deal with the headaches. So you don't even need any real estate experience. If you don't have any experience, that's okay. Sometimes even better, because the number one thing we look for in people is being coachable, right? I rather take like a 15 years old that I have helped close 2 deals, making more than most adult making, working a few hours a week, because he got no conceived notion. Yeah, he's coachable. That's somebody who's been in real estate. I coach people in real estate for 20, 30 years, and they think they know a better way to do this. Okay, whatever you know from real estate, throw that out the window. Okay, whatever you learn from your business, throw it out the window, just for an hour here for me to share with you. Because if you already make it, and congratulations, you already make it in here, you have absolute financial freedom, then you actually don't need to be here. What do I mean by that? You have not just money freedom. Anybody can get money freedom. Doctor, lawyer have money freedom, but they don't have time freedom. You know what a good test? Can you literally book a one-way ticket to a country right now and stay there for 3 months if you want to? That's what we did. We just got back from Costa Rica, right? That's a good test for you. If you don't have that, then please pay attention, okay? I'm not trying to brag about myself and all of that, but I want to set a framework for you to understand that after 20 years of entrepreneurship, got my MBA, look at hundreds of different models. This is the best model I have ever found. And I have hang out with a lot of billionaires in my life, even whether play chess with Sir Richard Branson, or even Grant Cardone had 10,000 units on his yacht. I learned from these things from these men, right? From these amazing women too, right? What I learned is, there's a lot of things that I don't know, okay? So, and a lot of things that I do know now that I really want to share with you. And the number one point of all of this is what? Absolute freedom. Time, money, relationship, like clients. You don't need to talk to your clients if you don't want to. And location freedom, Okay, who here want all four? All of it, right? This is the only business that allow that. Prime example, in other businesses, you have clients. They pay you when they see you. Even doctor, dentist, lawyer, whatever, they pay you, you make a lot of money, even $500 an hour, but you have to see them, right? With this, the client pay you every single month without having to see you. Isn't that amazing? That's the corporate clients. That's the best thing, right? I will do everything in my power to make it worth your while. Stay to the end. I'll give you the blueprint on how you can do it as well. The longer you can stay with us, the more I can give you, because I respect people who, invest into such. I invest over $1 million into my mindset and my strategy, and I learn from the right people. But I discovered the one vehicle, the one main strategy that I'm looking at right now for you that helped me get absolute financial freedom, live a lifestyle of my dreams, right? Whatever happened, I refuse to give up. That's the most important thing. And I learned from the right people, whether it's jumping the hard plunge and cold plunge with Tony Robbins in his backyard, play chess with Sir Richard Branson. He worth $5 billion, literally on his own island, like worth $400 million on his own island, or jump on Joanne on yacht. Now, who here want to know what I learned from all these billionaires? Okay, I want to share that with you tonight. I want to compress my 20 years of learning experience, everything, coaching hundreds of clients, make a six-figure income, to this hour. So make sure you pay attention. All right. And it's all, guess what? How much the cost of all this is? Free. Okay. So just pay attention. All right. That's all I ask for. Okay. It's not about me. It's about what I can do for my team, for my community. For example, Suen and another person here met within my community, and they both partner up. And within a couple of months, they have a couple of properties, make over 10K a month, six-figure income. There you go. Whereas they're working 50 hours a week in their job just to make like half of that. Why? I don't know. Okay. Question why all the time. Okay. Sometimes I feel like I unplug from the matrix, right? Or you have Sunday here, you got 3-month insurance. How many want insurance booking that can book for 3-4 months in advance and pay for it in advance, right? That's what we're talking about. How many are moms, right? My hands go up. Give a hand applause to all the working moms or any moms out there that are on this call, right? Seriously, like we guys have it easy, okay? I really don't know how you guys does it. If you're a working mom and you're on here and you're, and you have like 2 full-time jobs, it's crazy, right? Maybe a 3rd full-time job managing your husband. Okay, but that's a side note. I'm kidding. My wife would agree. So these two are moms that are working, and when we came to us, they were working 50 hours a week, frustrated and burnt out with multiple kids running around. And like, how are we gonna do it? Like within months, literally, we helped them to do more than $10,000 a month, and later $20,000 a month, later $30,000 a month in passive income. Needless to say, they both retire after only 6 months with us and travel around the world and take care of their family now, right? So that's what I'm talking about, right? So we have a testimonial all the time. Our coaches and advisors are all graduates from our mentorship in the past. That's why we know it works. That's why I have something special. That's why we're viral. And that's why I want to share with you. Whether you are like a truck driver like Uriah, right here, or you're a doctor and lawyer, doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter where you come from. You don't need any special degrees. All you need is being coachable, have a good positive attitude, and a giver. We're looking for a giving attitude as well. So my goal is to show you stuff that nobody else is teaching out there. Secrets beyond Airbnb. Everybody and their grandma is doing Airbnb, right? There's a lot of Airbnb coaches out there all the time. I am not one of them, okay? I do corporate housing, insurance housing, and I'm like the only big guy like that been around for the longest 10 years doing this. There's a couple of copycats out there, God bless them, but hey, I'm like the OG when it comes to this. I've been shouting from the rooftops, hey, don't do vacation rental, don't do just Airbnb. It's like building your castle on sand, right? COVID happened, guess what? No vacation. The biggest billion-dollar company shut down, and my company survived, not because I'm great, because I have contract in place with corporate clients that stay for 3 months, 6 months with a 90-something% chance of extension with 0 eviction, by the way. Hallelujah for that. Okay, you don't want to deal with evictions, right? One of them can cost you everything. Okay, so a little bit of my story as an immigrant from Vietnam. We come over here, all 4 of us live in one tiny bedroom, literally in the ghetto, okay? But we're determined to achieve the American dream, right? This is our backyard right here. We opened the backyard and we hit the fence. That's how big it is, okay? It's still better than Vietnam. We're all like, did you see all this how many people are here? You see that little shack in the background? All of us fit in that one shack, right? So very humble beginning, but I'm here to tell you that you can do it as well. If I can do it without any English, without any connection, nothing, and grew up in the South, in like really bad neighborhood too, you can do this, right? So my journey to true freedom. How many have been told the way to get the American dream is why I become a doctor, lawyer, engineer, all of that, right? And that's what I did, monkey see, monkey do sometime, okay? And that's what I did. I sacrificed everything, 8 years, got my degree, doctor in pharmacy, got my MBA, got my white coat. I thought it was the hot stuff, right? And I was like, within my first year, I worked my butt off, 50, 60 hours a week, devote everything, skipping lunches, even break one of my tooth, because I'm running around so much and trying to just jam food around my throat, and driving an hour to work, an hour home. I won the Pharmacy of the Year award. I was like, yes, I made it. Fortune 1 company. Yes, I'm gonna retire my parents. I'm gonna take care of everything. Guess what they did? They sit me down. They gave me a 2% raise. Okay, they cut my staff by 30%, and they're like, hey, you can handle it. They give me more like bad cases to work out, and I was like, this is not the way. Look at your mentors where you are at 20 years, 10 years ahead of you. Is that where you want to be? I look at my mentor back at that time, and I don't want to be where he want to be, where he is, right? Frustrated, burnout, less health, more issues. I don't want to be like that, right? So funny thing is now he became one of my students later on, and we helped them succeed. That was funny. But anyway, so I was trapped too. And on top of that, I had to deal with family, have cancer and all of that. And my heart go out to you guys who take care of your family that go through that, right? I tried all kind of businesses. How many in here tried drop shipping? Okay, MLMs, day trading, opening up a franchise, multifamily, being a realtor, traditional real estate. I tried it all. You name it, I probably tried it. Okay, all of these work. I mean, everything work. It's just that they don't give you absolute freedom, passive income, right? Why? Because, for example, drop shipping, you're competing with millions of people online and things change so quickly, right? And you got to keep up. It's like a full-time job keeping up, okay? Multi-level marketing, you make what, $20 a pop? And you got to do it all over again? I mean, come on, it's crazy. Multi-level marketing is a fancy way of stalking people or in the mall and trying to expand your business, or call random people and push this to them. You make like just a very small percentage. There's not much profit. It's not a full-time job babysitting somebody, right? Day trading, make hundreds of thousands of dollars, lose it all in a few days. Did that several times, like no more. Why? Because you are competing against professional. When you do anything, think, do I have a team behind me? Hey, if you're gonna go to war, you want to go to war with an army or by yourself, right? If you're gonna play any team sport, even Michael Jordan can't win by himself playing against a whole team of professional basketball player, right? Why do you think that we can't? The biggest mistake with entrepreneurship is the thing is a one man, one woman show, and then it's not. It's take a village, like the African proverb said. It's take a team, a tribe. If you don't have that, leverage my team that we already have, right? Opening up a franchise. Home here, traditional real estate, traditional business, franchise, restaurant, dry cleaning, hair salons, nail salon, all kind of that. My whole family done all of that. What I learned is the overhead is way high. I spent over $400,000 to open a restaurant, 2 years to build it, and guess what? Well, I found out that I have a job that's making $50K to $100K max a year managing a bunch of kids. I like that's not a lifestyle I want, right? So traditional business is super hard. I wouldn't want to do that. Multi-level marketing, like you said, managing a lot of kids, basically, multi-family, big deals. How many want to do big deals? Like commercial deal, big deals, all of that, which is great. However, it takes a lot of time and effort. Take a lot of partners. It's involve a lot of people. You know, to make any big deals happen, you got to have like 7, 10 different people. I mean, good luck to trying to get 2 people agree to something, much less 7 people. And then you got to find investors. There goes the relationship freedom. You know, for a big deal to happen, you got to have like 30, 40 different investors, and they be calling you sometime middle of the night because they you know, whatever, right? You don't want that either. That's not something I want to do either. Being a realtor, you know, working nights and weekend, you know, you make good money, but it's not passive. Now, if you are already a realtor, you do traditional real estate, this is a great complement to what we do. So I'm going to show you a way where you can build passive income by leveraging what we have or what you have and marinate the two. So I'll show that as well. So keep in mind that, okay? But anyway, I was frustrated, I was burned out, and I was trapped. I was working 60 hours plus a week, lost, miserable, and rock bottom. Anybody feel that way, right? But that's when I met somebody who gave me the epiphany. What's the epiphany? What if I don't have to own the place and I can still make money from it? What if I can leverage other people's properties and just sublet it and then scale to freedom? Sounds good? A light bulb came out. Whoa, you mean I don't have to buy the property like I did all these years? You know, it took me like 3 to 5 years to buy like one property, making me like $300 a month, right? How long did it take for me to get 10K a month back then, which is like 20K a month now? That would take me 30 properties times 3 years each. That's 100 years. Who didn't want to wait 100 years to retire? We don't have 100 years, right? Who would want to wait 30 years? No, we don't have that either. What if you can just leverage somebody else's property? And that's exactly what I did. I did 2 properties a month, 2 deals a month. Within a year, 24 properties later, retired at 33 years old. For my doctorate job, was make good income too, you know? So, and that's why I know I have something. So bottom line is here, work together. The only offer I have for you today is schedule a call with how many one-on-one with me, okay? I only have 5 spots for 1 hour. You gotta apply. We don't accept just anybody. Based on your application, I think it's a good fit, then you can have my calendar, okay? So literally 5 spots for this, for the next, actually this week is pretty much filled up. I have like literally 1 spot left for this week, but next week, 4 spots left. So schedule a call, book a call with us. And if you're qualified, I'll give you an hour of my time and I will dive into whatever you need to dive into, okay? And even if you, even in my calendar book out, I have my team who can give you 30 minutes of their time. So it's a win-win. How many want that? Value over $3,000. That one consult will change your life, okay? So that's why we're here to help you. So the link is in the chat for those who want that. That's the only offer that I have you today, because I want to focus on helping you, right? So again, you put your credit card away. I'm not trying to sell you anything today. Today is about full value, giving you some high level concept for us, because it's about time America wake up. It's about time I wake up. You know, when I woke up, I retired at 33, unplugged from the matrix. The heavens like opening up because I didn't have to go to work anymore. So I have time to think, right? Because I have passive income. Because the model that they've been raising us is trade 1 hour of your life for money, right? Salary is even worse. They overwork you, they underpay you, and they told us to put money into a safe place so that way maybe someday when you're old and you don't have the health, you can actually enjoy it. Like that doesn't make any sense, right? How many ever know anybody who does this plan? Put money into a retirement account 40 years later, actually enjoy it, and actually travel around the world. You know, I don't anymore. Maybe you know one person out of a million. But even if you accomplish that, you don't even have the legs to do it. You don't even have the motivation. You don't have the health to do it anymore. Why do that, right? Why do that when you can do it a better model? The new model, here's take a screenshot of this, share this. This is the key here. You want to create an equitable, scalable business model where you do not directly exchange your time for money. Okay, guys? Because what is life made out of? Time. Okay, if you trade your time for money, you're trading your life for money. And it's the worst trade in the world. Okay, it doesn't matter how much they pay you. You want to make money while you sleep. How many in here want to earn money while you sleep. Exactly, right? Only real estate can truly have truly passive income. You can actually earn money in your sleep, right? So, and then you want to reinvest into your business for years to come, okay? Reinvest into your business for years to come and watch it multiply and grow and have multiple streams of income. What's the holy grail to financial freedom, guys? Put down in the chat, what's the holy grail to financial freedom? Is it your job? Is it your company? Is it the real estate? Is it, I don't know, your diamond ring? The holy grail to financial freedom is not all any of that. It's multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. Okay. Now, if you don't have that and your income is depending all on your job right now, it's actually a very dangerous place. People think they have job security. The job is safe. They have steady paycheck, all of that. But hey, listen, knock on wood, but something happened to you or happened to your company, changes all the time. What happens to your income? Boom, gone. Who's gonna take care of your family, right? Even a doctor, lawyer level, that's not something always running in my mind when I was a pharmacist making six-figure income. I was like, if I make one mistake, I can lose my license and then I'm done. All my life, and like, because all my income is depending on one source, you see? Now, imagine you have 10 houses, make you $20,000 a month or more, right? I mean, if one of them burned down, if one of the source of income flooded, whatever, the tenant just wacko, whatever, that's only 1 out of 10 of your income, you see? So is it okay if you don't make 20,000 a month, but you're making 18,000 a month, 17,000 a month? Is that okay? Of course, you see? And then with the knowledge, with the understanding that we're gonna give you, you can open up one up how fast? How fast? Super fast, like that. You see? So it's the knowledge, it's the connections, it's the community. That's the secret. Make sense? Okay. So the hallway is on your own, right? I was confused about picking. You guys are so lucky because when I started out, nobody was doing any of this, and I had to learn everything myself. I was seeking mentor, but like I was like 14 years ago, nobody. It's a brand new. Nobody was really mentoring this stuff. So I was confused about picking location strategy, managing staff, hospitality experience, how to scale. I lost thousands of hours and tens of thousands of, really, actually hundreds of thousands of dollars looking back now. I had to close down more than 10 Airbnbs as well. Let me save you from these nightmares, okay? That's what I can do for you, okay? If I had the right mentor back then, I would make millions of dollars or more. So you consider yourself very lucky because I had no mentor, no support group, and all the little stuff that come with it. So now, even with that, has scaled 20-something corporate housing and make six-figure within months, okay? Why is this different than regular Airbnb? Because clients stay for months instead of days. That right there, the average length of stay is 30 times longer than the average traditional vacation rental. So therefore, your workload is lower by 30 times, right? And minimize management. So it's 10 times less management, while increasing the 10 times your freedom, okay? So 10 times less risky and 10 times less headache as well, okay? So it's a business to business versus business to consumer, right? Business to business, you get the corporate clients, not the business to consumer where the mom and pop can just lose a lot of money, right? Now you escape a lot of regulations and tax exam as well, because traditional, not traditional, but vacation rental, you have a lot of hotel tax, a lot of tax exempt, right? A lot of taxes you got to pay. But when it comes to corporate housing, the stay is over 30 days. So it's over 30 days, you can escape a lot of that. Now, disclaimer, we're not financial, legal counselor, advisor, all of that, right? This is simply from our experience coaching hundreds of people nationwide. That's why we build this community for a reason, okay? How many want to have 10 times more freedom, 10 times less risk, less headache, right? The key here is not the mom and pop clients. The key here is the business client. That makes sense? Because they have so much more, right? So much more than the regular individual, right? The company, they have massive resources. So the number one question you ask yourself should be, who is your ideal client? Is it the mom and pop? They can lose their job like that and can't pay? Or is it the vacationer who, recession hit and the first thing they cut is what? Vacation? No. It's a necessity to go to work. So when you rent out to company, corporate housing is a necessity. It's not a want or luxury like vacation. Does that make sense? You still have to go to work in a down economy. You want to go to work. You want to show up, right? And also insurance housing. Families go through flood, hurricane, fire, all of that. Where are they gonna stay? It's a necessity for them to find a home. They cannot stay in a hotel for months at a time. Does that make sense? So when you get that, that's why this works. So short term is anything less than 30 days. Mid term, anything longer than 30 days, usually 3 to 6 months. The tenants with short term, how many in here deal with crazy tenants, right? Vacations, I like vacations like you guys. They like to have fun, okay? Smoking, alcohol, drinking, all of that. Events, throwing party. It's like, hey, I book for, they book for 2 people. They're like 200 people show up. But I have a big family. Oh yeah, wow, you have a big family, okay? Right. The demographic with the corporate clients, our demographic are much better. They're professionals. They don't want to lose their jobs, so they're not gonna do anything stupid, right? And these are families too, with kids, with pets. So they're not, they want to have a home and they have a stable income. That's why they can afford insurance and they're homeowners, right? So midterm is best. Absolutely, midterm is best. Okay. Yes, midterm, absolutely. Because long term, you make no cash flow. How many have long term rental? There's no cash flow, right? Whatever little cash flow you have, you gotta save up when they move out and fix everything. Okay. Short term, you have cash flow, but you got no freedom. You work your butt off. Managing one short term, you can do 10 midterm for the same amount of work. Just think about it logically. It makes sense because the stay of a midterm is about 30 times longer than the short term. So therefore, your workload is at least 10 times less. You see, and then for management, it's night and day, guys. At one point when I was managing 20-something vacation rental, it's like everything is an emergency. No, midterm is 30 days minimum, so 3 to 6 months usually. And they have 90% extension rate as well, okay? So way less frequent management with midterm, right? You only clean every few months. Supplies, you save a bunch of that too. So we did the math. For every midterm you convert from short term to midterm, you save about, on average, $500 to about $800 a month in supplies, in cleaning, and management, all of that. That's a lot, guys. If you do 10 houses, that's $5,000 to $8,000, $10,000 a month right there. You'd rather be in your pocket, right? Hallelujah, that. Cha-ching, right? Okay. Now, why do we rent instead of own? Or why do we even co-host, which is another strategy? I teach zero money down strategy, co-hosting or managing other people's property. You don't even need to rent it, okay? But right now, because instead of buying one house, you can rent or arbitrage or co-host 10 houses, for the same amount of money, the same amount of energy and all of that, pretty much, because you're buying the property, you got to rehab it, you got to hire a contractor, you got to go through loans, you got to run through so many hoops. When you rent it, it's so fast. You're just renting it, it's fast, right? When you co-host things, it's super fast. It's already done, all the rehab. Why would you want to spend all your life savings and the best years of your life buying and rehabbing all of that? That takes forever, right? Y'all deal with, renovation, y'all understand. It takes forever. A lot of money. It's always cost more, always cost double than what and take double time longer, right? But when you rent it, somebody else already done all that. You simply roll in and you leverage all their hard work, everything they already have, make it a win-win for them. Whether you're renting it or you are co-hosting it or partnering up with them, hey, it's a win-win for both of you guys, right? They make more, you make more, everybody's happy. Why not? You see? So I want to challenge some limiting belief right now, right? Because most people, that's all it is. If you don't believe that you can do this, why not, right? Why make me or any of my students any different from anybody? Just belief. We believe in ourselves. That's all, Believe, you got to be around us to believe, right? You got to see the testimonial, see the success stories. So that's why. Here's the formula. You want to get absolute freedom in 6 months? Month 1, just do one property, make $2K a month, right? get your feet wet, learn the system. Month 2, you do 2 more property, now you're 6K a month. Month 3, you do 2 more, now you're 10K a month. How many here can retire in 10K a month? Most people you can, right? 3 months, that's all it takes. 5 properties, okay? Now this on average, right? If you're in California, you're in Florida, New York, you make more. But let's just say average 2K a month, right? So month 6, you do 2 a month, 2 a month. By month 6, with this formula, you have 11 property, make you 22K a month or more. You know, around there. It could be a little bit less, but who cares? 20,000 a month, you can live like a kings in most places around the world, right? So there you go, or queens, right? So, but more importantly, is this give you over 11 sources of income on top of what you have. You see, that's the key I want you to get. It's not about the money, guys. It's about the freedom. It's about security, financial peace, sleeping at night, knowing you have 10 different sources of income that make you money while you sleep. Literally, this is the only business where you can make money while you sleep, right? Literally, right? Real estate, okay? So imagine that. Imagine you guys making 20,000, 10 to 20,000, 30,000 a month passively. Where will you do? Where will you travel to? Let's dream a little bit here, okay? Because most people lose that side of their dream. So what will you do for your family? Put down the chat. I want to know, right? What will you do for your wife, for your kids, for your parents? You know, I tell you, the best day are when I can just like, hey, don't worry about it. I take it all. Like I take care of you guys, right? My wife too. Like travel, whatever we do. She's 15 years nurse. God bless her. Right? She deserves to be taken care of, right? So, what will you guys do for you and your family? Put down in the chat right now. And what will you do for yourself too? Most people, you know, forget to do things for themselves because they focus on people tonight. Yes, we are doing. We are talking about furnishing. Absolutely. I'm finishing up right now, and we're gonna jump into furnishing. Okay. Yes, but yeah, this is more important though, because if you get the main concept here, what we need, boom, that's what you do it. Yeah. Some people are on this that making 16K a month, congratulations, right? But you want your freedom, exactly from the 9 to 5. It's not about the money, it's about the freedom. You know, travel to Europe. I sent my kids financial relief, family vacation. Love that. Candy, all right. Yes, travel. Jackie, help my daughter education there. All right, that's awesome. Buy houses, buy land, grow food. Awesome. Okay, and we love helping kids and helping children as well. You know, in our program, we help all of our clients, all of our students. You know, their children can come and learn for free, right? And that's why we're here to help you, right? So build a dream, home on a farm. Love that. Love that. You see? You see? So let's start dreaming again. You know, help feed the hungry, charity, you know, missionary, all of that. Love it, love it, perfect. Yeah, celebrate. Celebrate as if you already accomplished it. That's the most important thing. Celebrate right now, okay? Master, great question. Most effective way consistently attract and retain corporate clients. Yes, we will definitely get to that, okay? You don't have to own the property. You can rent it or co-host it, okay? The best effective way is leveraging hundreds of my members. We tested everything under the sun in the corporate rental industry, and we have our trade secrets, our personal connection that will give you the corporate clients. That is the most effective way. It's not just a one-man. The real key secret here, guys, when you understand, it's not a one-man show, one-woman show. It's the community that we have built, and that we have the collective intelligence of hundreds of our members and all of our connections, and then boom, that's it, you know, and then we can partner up with the whole company. If you own the property, you can make it happen faster. Yes, I do own some property too, but you do a lot faster when you arbitrage, leverage other people's properties, right? So, okay, let's go back to our what we do here, and then promise, just give me a few minutes. I wrap this up, and I'll go straight into furnishing, okay? Furnishing, okay? And for higher profit, and answer any questions that you have left, okay? But right now, the most important thing is to dream, right? To dream again, because most people They get society, brainwashing us and beating us down for all of these houses. I mean, for all of these places, and we don't want that, right? We want to break free, So there's 4 steps to this business: find the right location, ask to sublease, ask to set up to stand out, and then T, to tap into the corporate clients. How do you find the right location? Location, location, location. The most important thing is location. The number one secret I can give you right now is the 3 H's. Write that down: highways, hospitals, and hotels. Okay. When two highway intersect, what's there? Attention flow, money flow. Okay. When two highway intersect, you're gonna see hospitals. You're gonna see hotels. Why? Because all these big companies have done their research to drop $100 million to $1 billion into these amazing resort or hospital. Don't you think they already done the research? Of course, right? Why do you need to do more research when they already done the research? You get it? Exactly. You don't. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So is that awesome? There you go. It took me many years to figure that out, but you can filter through your property, your deal, through those 3 criteria. Is it close to highway intersection? Is it close to major hospitals? Is it close to major hotels? Boom. With that, you have about a good 80% chance of success. The rest of that is depending, next level coaching, right? And then ask to sublease. How do you leverage other people's property? So all of this, I just give you a little taste, because each of these, every week is different. Every week we're gonna talk about a specific topic. Today is about set up to stand now or furnishing, right? But for subleasing, how do you leverage other people's property? Why would the landlord even want to give you their property? Why don't they do it themselves? All these common objections I see all the time, because 1, they don't know how. 2, they don't have the connection that we have. And then 3 is we have a community, we have the network, we have everything set up, so that way it's a win-win situation for them as well, right? Because everybody, all the landlord want is somebody who paid the rent, take care of their property, and be the best tenant, right? We have all of that. Why? Because we care about them. It's their business. 4 things you want to write down when you talk to these people. 1, we're gonna clean the properties every few months. We're gonna pay for it. You don't have to worry about it. Mr. Landlord, how would you like it if we pay for the maintenance up to $200 a month? And we're not even gonna call you middle of the night. We basically manage the property for you for free, right? 3rd thing, we have corporate clients. They take care of the property even better than regular client, because they have more to lose. They are companies, they are professional, they are families, you see? And then 4th, we even have more insurance than regular rental. We have more layers of protection, right? We're gonna be the best and last tenant they ever need. And we can do multiple deals with them. Boom. If you're a landlord, and I just point you all these things, and on top of that, what's your track record? That's the biggest thing. That's why the community and track record is so important. Why do you think we help brand new people without any experience make 6 figures within 6 months? It's definitely not by accident, it's by design. Because if you're a brand new person, they're gonna ask, hey, what's your track record right now? I like you, I like you, Candy, I like you, Jackie, I like you, Norma. What's your track record for doing this? You're gonna tell them, hey, it's my first one. What's your chance to succeed? First, like Slim must know, right? But with us, you can leverage us. You say, hey, we're part of a nationwide corporate housing network. We have done hundreds of these properties, hundreds of these deals nationwide. Here's our website, here's our partner website all over the nation. Boom, show it. Imagine your website on here is one of our partners, and you show it to them. It's a done deal, you see? And now we pick and choose the property we want to do business with. Does that make sense? So there you go. Just gave you some amazing tools right there, okay? Now set up to stand now is what we're gonna talking about today. So I'm gonna save that for last, okay? Formula for corporate housing. First month rent, first month deposit. You can buy the furniture, you can even rent the furniture. You charge the corporate client 2 times the market rent, plus or minus utilities. So therefore you make about $2,000 a month. So first month rent, deposit about $5,000 to $7,000 depending on where you are in the country. Buy the furniture, about $7K. So all in is about $12K to $15K. If you're gonna do arbitrage, You charge them 2 times the rent, you make $2K a month. 6 months, you make your money back. First year, you double your money. If you double your money, that's like 100% return, right? How many want 100% return? There you go, right? Disclaimer, again, we're not financial legal advice, but yeah, you get it. Okay, even you rent the furniture, you have a higher return, right? So also, you do co-hosting or partnering, you don't even need to worry about any of this. And I will show you that at the end too, when we have some time. You have zero money down strategy as well. The easiest way to mimic success, model success, mimic, model, master, and multiply, the 4M, okay? So my mission, again, to help 1 million families get financial freedom. Break the generation because build massive lasting change in your life and your family life as well. There are 3 phases of this business that I'm gonna share with you. If all this did is to give you the freedom lifestyle, would it be worth it? For me, absolutely, right? It took me 8 years to learn the skill set. I mean, 8 years to learn my doctor's skill set to have a dead-end job, okay? The blood, sweat, and tears, and eating up the dollar menu for a sleeping basement. Of course, would it be worth it to learn this in 6 months, part-time? Yeah, absolutely, right? My 6-figure income. I mean, I was only making 10K a month after being a pharmacist. After taxes and everything, it's like nothing, right? If all this did to give you the time to spend with your loved one, live life on passion and purpose, will be worth it. Absolutely, right? This is my smoking hot wife, by the way, so you know that. Beautiful nurse, missionary. I mean, like 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10. I'm like luckiest guy on earth, right? So if all this did to give you the time with your loved one, and it's so awesome to be able to retire her. This is us in Paris this past year for the Olympics. Happened once every 100 years, you know. And this is us in Cancun, stay there for like several months, right? And this is actually very similar to our view right now in California beach right now, you know. So why not you? Why not now, right? You can do this, okay? Would be worth it. Imagining your family give you like the amazing look of, oh, I'm so proud of you. You're even like whoever it is, your mom or your son, your daughters, right? And said, thank you, mom, thank you, dad, for changing my life, right? How you feel? Thank you, husband, thank you, wife. How you feel, right? So you want to learn more about that and all of that, book a call with us, you know, and we can do it together. So the link's in the chat. Book that call, apply. Again, not for everybody. I see the spots are very limited, all filling up. So if this week I think we'll all very much fill up this week. So book for next week, okay? So, and I will help you, okay? Okay, the hallway is you can forget everything I learned, everything I said, go back to your, trap job like I did and invest like they said, they told us 401k, IRA and all of that. Okay, it's all great, but did you know in order for you to make 100K a year passively from 401k or stock market, you need $2.5 million at 4% dividends? Question, at your current saving rates, how long will it take for you to save $2.5 million? You don't have to answer me that. For me, it would take like forever, even at pharmacist level, right? But this, you can just do this part-time and make 6 figures. Travel around the world, why not, right? There you go. The best investment you can make is in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn. That's from Warren Buffett. Mistake you will make when you leave here is not knowing what the market is, not knowing what is a good deal or a bad deal, going at it alone, not leveraging mentor in their lesson, lack of motivation, accountability, right? Think you know it all, and I done all of this myself, right? I'm reaching to the choir here, right? That's why I know that I want to put myself in places where people are much smarter than me, and in room where I can learn. It's like you guys, okay? So one day MSC for years, sourcing the corporate clients. That's why we have success.
I'm
so
officially leaving my pharmacist career, the job, next month. I'm gonna be drafting my resignation letter. Well, I have other other business endeavor as well. So in addition to that, I'm going to focus on that and then the corporate housing.
That is awesome. How much are you making now?
About on average $20,000. Last month was my biggest month. Of course, I grossed $50,000.
Wow.
First time.
How long did it take you to get there?
9 months now.
How long did it take you to become a pharmacist?
Forever.
I actually got 2 appointments on Tuesday for 2 houses.
Nice.
And I've made a personal goal to at least get 8 houses before the end of the year. Yeah. And I'm going to do everything I can to beat that number.
That's $20K a month, baby. Let's go.
Started 5 months ago, and since then, an average of 1 every month. I'm at 6 right now. Just talked to another landlord last night. Looks like we'll probably sign number 7 here next week. It's exciting.
All right. How much are we making with this?
About 12,000 a month.
12,000 a month. Yeah. It's so peaceful, man. Look at this guy. He's glowing. He's glowing. He got money all over his face, man.
I've been doing about 1 a month, but I think in the next 12 months, I want to do 20 in the next 12 months.
I'm a realtor in San Antonio. Life before was good, but life now is great. I started in mid-May or something like that. Got my property in June. Took about 2 weeks, furnished it, launched it. Less than 24 hours after that, I got a booking, and I've been 100% booked ever since.
Let's go. And how much profit are you making on that property per month?
I net about $3K a month from that property.
Yeah, you're not really doing much of anything, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. The network you provide, man. The tools you provide, people we're around. You teach us so much knowledge, man.
I met Dr. Chau at one of the Tony Robbins events, and he told me about this business, so I decided to take action right away. My wife really loved this idea. It took me about a couple of weeks. I got the place fixed up. It looked good. The first house, I averaged about $7,000 profit.
A month, by the way.
A month. I really like the program. Everything is good. I'm working on my second property. It's just that because I've been doing it for 3 months. So if I would have had 3 houses, I probably would have had another 50K or something in my pocket. This is it's good money, easy money. You'll be in some beach somewhere and just getting paid. So that's cool.
I am a student with Dr. Chau's mentorship. We finally got our rentals, our arbitrage, so everything's going good. We got our bookings. And yesterday we joined the elite. Honestly, with this, we get to know everything Dr. Chau knows. We get to be personal friends with him. It's so much like education because the value, it's way more than what he says. And in my opinion, it's the greatest thing that he's gonna do for everyone in this room. Thank you, Dr. Chau.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
Let's go.
All right, so if a single mom, a trucker, and 15 years old can do this, why not you? What's your excuse, right? That's how I feel when they find me up every single time, okay? So let's make it happen, guys. And for those of you watching online, the way to book with us is send us a DM or book the link in my bio, okay? And we can go from there. All right, so let's move into the specialized topic of furnishing, okay? How you furnish for higher profits. So right now, also while I pull this up, any questions what I covered so far? I know it's a lot of stuff. I know it's, that some people, my thing is like, oh, it's like, mindset, you heard it before, whatever. But if repetition is the mother of skill, okay? And some of the main concepts you can't really skip over, because if you truly understand the power of what I just shared with you, you understand that this is the best business you can have for you, your family, your future, okay? So, okay, let me look here. All right, so let's go straight into furnishing, okay? How do you furnish for higher profits and corporate clients? What are some key difference between this versus vacation rental, okay? Okay, skip on this, we talk about that. What kind of furniture appeal to corporate clients? Remember, these professionals stay for months. So you want to have comfortable beds. You want to have a dressers. You have a good lighting for their work, and also pet friendly. Very important. A lot of time, people overlook this, but a lot of people love their pets, right? And they don't want to go anywhere without a pet, especially a family. Okay, so you want to be pet friendly. That will make a big difference in what you do as well. Okay, that's how you be competitive amongst a lot of companies out there. Okay, how much should you set aside for furnishing a rental? About 5 to 10K max. You don't like from what we learn. You have all our checklists and everything. You save thousands of dollars off of the furnitures, of the furnishing. So we know exactly what you need to do. Okay. You can do pre-owned. You don't have to buy brand new. The only brand new you want to buy is the mattresses and the sheets, right? Of course, towels, all those will be brand new. Okay, but everything else you can pretty much buy pre-owned, pretty good. Okay, I like new, it's okay. Or the clearance section, that's all right. What are some amenities for furnishing corporate housing that are different? What are some must-have? You want to have as much fake plants and mirrors as possible, and also kitchenwares too, right? Because when mama's happy, everybody's happy. Okay, so think about a place where is more homey. What's there? Natural sunlight, right? What's there? Look at this picture right here. Imagine take out the plants and take out the mirrors. You're gonna have a very boring chair and just a table. It look like a prison almost. No, you don't want that. Or it's a corporate office. No, you want to have it homey. So all these fake plants, we were born in the garden. Remember that, right? Garden of Eve and Adam. We wasn't born in a box, right? So you want to have as many of these fake plants and mirrors that have natural sunlight, expand the area as possible. Okay. Also kitchenwares. Okay. These individuals stay there, professionals stay there for months, family sometimes, right? You want to have the full kitchen, everything you think, from even the rice cooker, a blender, kettle, everything, right? Because that's the one biggest thing why they want to book you instead of hotel, because you save a lot on cooking. Okay. All right, blackout curtains, noise reduction fan, must have. Why? Because a lot of medical professional, a lot of people work night shift, right? Or even if they work too hard, they just want to take a nap. Well, it's hard to take a nap when it's so bright. So you want to have a noisy. So you want to have these are the must have, right? It's different from vacation. Vacation, you want to come in, have a good time. You want a game room, you want a pool. You don't need any of that here. And that's a good thing, because a pool, maintaining a pool costs a ton of money. Okay, you don't need that. That's what I love about this business. Okay. Oh, and a big bonus here for those who want to like surprise and get 5-star reviews and all of that is have an aroma therapy with humidifier with aroma therapy, right? So make it into like it's literally they walk in and feel like, oh my God, I feel like a spa. You see, that is incredible. Just have that for them. It's not that much. All right, what are the better options for furnishing? Memory foam mattresses. This one key is what save you thousands of dollars, guys. Thousands of dollars, literally. You ever buy those mattresses cost like $3,000-4,000 to hurt your back afterward, right? All those springs, coil mattress, and all of that. I mean, I would take a memory foam mattress over that anytime. Okay, literally, you can get a but make sure it's thick though, not the 8-inch one. It's very, very not thick. You want to have like 10-inch, 12-inch, even higher, right? That will give you the luxury feel. Okay, you feel like you're in a resort almost, where you have these wonderful thick memory foam mattresses, right? And it's brand new. Make sure the mattress is brand new, because you don't want the B word, and it's the bed bugs. Okay, you want to, one of those can ruin the entire business, the entire home. You have, throw everything out. Don't ask me how I know. Okay, you don't want that experience. So you make sure you have this, and the best way you can get this is definitely online, Amazon, whatever, right? But make sure it's 10-inch or thick, and it's only a few $100. Literally like $300-400 max, maybe even 200, right? Save you so much money. Stainless steel equipment too, very important. The good thing about this business, when you leverage other people's property, is you can get property in A+ neighborhood, A+ property, and let somebody else do all the renovations. You see this kitchen here? It probably cost them $50,000 to renovate. You know how much it costs for you to rent it? Let's say $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, right? How much it costs you to when you partner with them or co-host managing for them? Zero money. It doesn't cost you a thing. You can leverage their properties, add value to it, leverage my connections with the corporate clients, marinate it too, boom, you have a business. You see? So that's what I love about this, is you can cherry pick the best neighborhood, the best property for not that much more, versus when you buy a property, the difference in buying a B property or a C property to an A property could be hundreds of thousands of dollars. Does that make sense? But the difference in renting it is only a few $100 a month. You see? And if you are managing it or co-hosting it, you're not going to cost you anything. So why not go for the best property in the best neighborhood, and you can make the best bucks, right? That's why I love it. Does that make sense? Now, one thing I share for you, if you get it, it's going to change your life, okay? Because we have coached so many people, and, especially with people with traditional real estate, they buy the property, and they buy it in like C property, C neighborhood, because that's all they can afford. And then they fix it all up, cost entire life savings to make what, a few $100 a month. That doesn't make any sense, okay? Let somebody else do all of that. You simply be the connector, like Steve Jobs said, remember? Be the connector, connecting the corporate clients, insurance clients with them, and then boom, you can partner with them and make half the profit, like that. Make sense? Specific brands recommendation, yeah. I mean, of course, we have a whole checklist with all of this. We don't have time to go into it right now, all of that. But these are the main key difference. I want to give you a little bit taste. For all my students, we have coaching cards, very small, only a handful of people, because we interview everybody. We want to make sure it's a good fit. People we turn away all the time. It's a special invite only, right? And we only accept a few a month anyway, because that's the bandwidth. We want to make sure high quality, not quantity. So, like, I just finished like 2 coaching calls before this with my students, where literally there's only a handful of people. So I will go over every single deal, every single question, every single furniture, every single room. And what are the best room? What are the best pictures? What are the best way to point all of that? Okay. So, all of that is there for you. And it's not just me, but my collective intelligence of hundreds of my members. We all do this together, right? We all do this together every single week. That's why it works. So yes, we do have all of that. But more importantly, book a call with us. You want to learn more, right? So there you go. Okay, that's the only offer we got. The formula, I want to go over the formula for you again. It's very important for you to understand this. For you to make 10 to 15K a month, or you need 5 property and make you 2 to 3K a month. You can do 1 a month, 5 months you get there, 2 a month, 3 months you get there. You see? Or you can do all in 1 month. We have a student who did 5 in 1 month. I mean, it's crazy, right? We have actually 2 of them. One did 4, and she had 2 kids. So no excuses, right? And working full time. So, but anyway, this is the formula. Take a screenshot, share this. That's what you need. That's it. You can pay the rent, get the furniture, boom, make 100% return. How much return are you making on your money right now? Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, I know. What's the formula for co-hosting? Initial expense, 0. Okay, now I want to go over co-hosting, 0 money down strategy. Y'all want to learn about that? 0 money down strategy right here. Initial expense, 0. Buy the furniture, you don't even need to. Landlord will pay for the furniture, most likely. You can even target furnished rental already, that they don't know what they're doing. Frustrated, burnout landlord, right? Or you can even rent the furniture. Landlord will pay, not you. You simply be the connector. Remember, you charge still 2 times the rent. So what's the return on your investment if you don't put any money in and you make a return on it? Infinite, right? Exactly. There you go. So with co-hosting though, you make about $700 to $1,600 a month. Okay, you make about half what you make. Let's say $1,000 a month versus $2,000 a month with the arbitrage. However, you don't have to put any money down in the furniture. You don't have to pay any rent. You don't have really any risk. You know, so I would do both. You know, or if you have money tight for you, I would do this, build up the money, and you do the arbitrage, you have more control of the property. If you do arbitrage, you have more control of the business, you make more profit. So it's up to you, okay, what you want to do. But we teach all of it. Okay, so you can start and scale with the fast method, like we talk about, okay? Again, highway, hospital, hotel, remember that, very important, okay? As sublease leverage, okay? This is our website, our furnitures, all of that, okay, good. Okay, so book a free call with us if you haven't already, and how to do co-hosting as well. Oh, my hot wife's giving me a drink, thank you. I love it, gotta take a break, right? So, cheers guys, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, freedom, literal freedom, you know, work from anywhere around the world, and you know, we have a happy wife, happy life, so there you go. This juice is wonderful, thank you, babe. Okay, understanding the profit, okay, the profit. When you make a rental, it's $3,000 a month. When you sublease, it's $6,000. So when you do co-hosting or managing, you're making 20% of that, so you're making $1,200 a month, right? You see, even minus utility, minus vacancy, the net rent to owner is $3,700. So the owner, you're making extra cash flow of $700 right there, $700. What this means is a lot, because traditional real estate only make about 10% of the rent. So traditional real estate for $3,000 rent, you're only making like $300. Now we can show them how to make $1,000. That's tripling the cash flow. You get it? So the pitch here is, how would you like to double or triple the cash flow while I do all the work for you? Listen, if you're a landlord and I come to you and I ask you that, wouldn't you at least be open-minded enough for conversation? Yeah. All right. Oh, it's so good. Okay. You only need a couple landlords to achieve financial freedom. Couple landlords, that's it. Okay. So don't ever give up, because this is way easier than traditional real estate where y'all do wholesaling, you know, bird dogging, all of that. Listen, guys, it's a needle in haystack. Right? You make 1,000 phone calls, get cussed out most of the time. Find some people who actually want to do it, and most of them don't follow through, right? Because you want to buy at 50% off of market value. Who in their right mind would sell their property for 50% off? Only people who are in distressed situation. With this, you're not renting it at 50% off. You actually offer more than what you take. You see, that's what I'm talking about, the giver coming up, right? You're offering them maintaining the property, cleaning the property. You know, you're a manager of them, you manage it for them, pretty much do all the work for them, and you have them make more. So that's why it's so easy. That's why it makes sense. Does that make sense? So after your first couple property, the rest will come from referral. So all you need is just a couple good landlords. You want to interview them as much as they interview you. Does that make sense? So why would the landlord do this? Because we're solving their problem. We're adding value by solving their people problem. The bigger the problems, the bigger the opportunities. There are no problem, there are only opportunities. Does that make sense, guys? So the problem that the owner manage the property is what? Squatters, evictions, take a lot of time, money. Well, when we manage, guess how many evictions we had for the past 10 years, coaching hundreds of students, hundreds of deals nationwide. If you get zero, you're right. That's a great number. How many want to have zero eviction, right? Why? Because the last thing the corporate clients want, you know, is somebody going after a stupid, like a rent. They have so much resources. Insurance, they have so much resources. They just cut you a check. They're not gonna, if the employee is not gonna squat at your property, they're not gonna want to lose their job, right? So there you go. It's a necessity versus a want, right? And then maintaining the properties as well. If the owner manage the property themselves, most likely they gotta fix what, the toilets. Who they want to do that? Nobody, right? Then there's no profit as well. You see, with us when we manage, because we have corporate clients, insurance clients paying double the market rent, we have the profit to hire professionals, professional AC, electrician, lumber, do all the dirty work, and you still make money. They provide job for their family. Everybody win. Make sense? So why not? So going back to this formula, because understanding this is everything. I know some of you don't like numbers, so repeat after me. I love numbers, numbers love me. Okay? Why not? Because so there you go. You show this to a potential client, right? How does this all work? Again, when the rent is $3,000 is for a vacant house. When you sublease it, furnish it, add utilities, add Wi-Fi, you're adding value, and you're able to rent it for 3 months, 6 months. You can rent it, sublease it for $6,000. So therefore, you're making 20% of the $6,000. You're making $1,200 a month, recurring passive income every single month, every single month. You know, that's the most important thing. If you don't have recurring income, you don't have a business, guys. You have a job. Remember that. Whatever business you're in, if you don't have recurring income, you don't have a business, you don't have a job. Even my lawyer charged me $400 an hour. He have a job. He don't have a business. My dentist making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. You don't have a business. You have a job. Because if you stop showing up, you're done. Right? You're trading your time for money. Get it? This, the client don't have to see you. They don't want to see you, and they wire you monthly income. You want proof? You're renting any property or like renter before? When was the last time you want to talk to your landlord? When was the last time you wanted to call them up? Hey, let's go for coffee. I want to spend an hour with you. No, yeah, leave me alone, right? I want my privacy. Same thing here. You see, that's the best type of clients. That's why we're able to go to, take my beautiful wife to Costa Rica for 3 months. Book literally a one-way ticket there. That's the way I want you guys travel. Book a one-way ticket to a country, and however long you like it, that's how long we're gonna stay, right? And isn't that a magical time, babe? Amazing, huh? Yeah. Or Santorini, Greece, right? Or wherever you want to go. Highly recommend Santorini too, by the way. But anyway, this not only you make money, you give the cash flow to the landlord. The landlord, instead of making just $300, now they're making $1,000. If you're a landlord and we manage the property for you, and you make $1,000 cash flow after everything, instead of making nothing, we're gonna be your best friend, right? You're gonna be that new best friend. Does that make sense? Wouldn't they want to give you more properties? Exactly, right? So just focus on become the best and last tenant they ever need, and the rest they're gonna come from referral. Make sense? Easy as that. Okay. All right, manage and scale. That's it. So the financial freedom formula, when you scale this out to a year, for those you think bigger, that's why I still want to save this at the end, because most people have limiting belief. It's all limiting belief in here. The amount of income you make is limiting belief, guys. Okay. I used to make like $1,000 a month. Okay, working at a T-Mobile store, kiosk, pitching people, stalking people walking by. It was terrible, And then I make $10,000 a month as a pharmacist, right? And that was like, whoa, for me. Then once I get used to that, I was like, what's next? $100,000 a month. I did that too. You see, it's just all about mental. $200,000, I did that too, right? It's all about mental, guys, okay? So why not you? Why not now? For those of you who are believers, we are all sons and daughters of the Most High God. We are royalty. We are noble. So, hey, if, regular people, anybody else, can be a billionaire, and they over here sinning all of that, why can't you make at least $20,000 a month, $10,000 a month, take care of you and your family? Is that too much to ask? No, right? So believe in yourself, guys. That's the most important thing, because if you don't have belief, you don't have anything, okay? So And then also understanding recurring income, understanding risk, 10 times less risk than buying a property. Does that make sense? You know, 10 times less risk. For the same amount of money that you will buy a property, you can do 10 houses for arbitrage. And then you can do probably 100 for co-hosting. For the same amount of money, time, effort. When you want to make money from 10 houses instead of one, right? Exactly. I would. It's not a trick question, right? Do you want to make it there 10 times faster, or you want to work your way, save up, buy a house, work your way, save up, buy a house, take like 20 years, 30 years to get there? No, you can get there, 10 houses, you can get there in 5 months. You know, some of my students get there in like 2 months, right? So always tech is a step of faith. That's it. Boom. And let us help you. Okay. Co-hosting, you make less. You make $1,000 a month. However, there's no risk. Remember. Now, if you're in like California, New York, or something like that, you can make more than 1,000. You make 2,000 even or more, right? Because depending on where you are, you know. But let's say average. Hey, 6 months. The best part is you're not just the money. You're only working. Keep in mind, you're only working 4-hour work week. If you work more than 4 hours a week in this business, you're doing something wrong. Okay. Maybe in the beginning, yeah, 10 hours to learn the rope and all of that. But after 6 months, you should be only like after you set up the property, it's cruising time. Okay. You don't gotta see the client. You don't gotta be anywhere. You can outsource all of the contractor. If the AC broke, whatever, get the AC guy, fix it. You're not gonna be the AC person. Come on. You know, you can manage everything remotely on the phone. Make sense? And now when you get to my level, I hire a manager, manage everything for myself, so they don't even get to me. Get to my manager, who can do a much better job than I can, and then if only get to me if like really bad stuff, okay, which rarely ever happened, by the way, because I don't own the houses really. Well, some of them I own, but some of them I don't. Right? The one I don't have to worry about it. The landlord will fix it. Make sense? So there you go. Imagining you have multiple sources of income backed up by real estate you don't even have to own. How does that feel? Sleep much better at night, right? 10 sources of income. That's one you're focusing on. Sounds good? You ready for this? Let's make it happen. Okay. So last call, guys. Book a free consultation call with us, and you're gonna have to book it for next week then, because this week I'm all full. But I look forward to see you guys. For those of you who qualify, if not, my team will give you at least 20-30 minutes of their time as well. For those who are watching online, book a call by clicking on the link in my bio on my profile, or send us a DM. Okay. We are the oldest coaching community for midterm rental. Why are we different? Because we've been around the longest. We're the OG. Before everybody know about this business, something I'm very proud of is I actually made history by telling people that corporate housing went viral, and therefore the whole midterm rental industry before me didn't even exist. Like they exist, but they're not mainstream. People don't even know about it. Okay. But I let a cat out of the bag because I was like, why do I have to reserve it for the rich? You know, all my peers who are rich and you know, on the privileged circle with all these secrets ask me, why do I want more competition? It's not about competition, guys. It's about abundance. It's about helping other people. That's why you have true fulfillment coming in. Okay. Our advisor all graduate from our mentorship. We are one the largest nationwide corporate housing network. Our students partner up with all the time. Let's say you have a property in Florida, but you have a lead in New York. You know, hey, you know, Candy, hey, you have a property in New York. Why not partner up? You see, if you have Candy, same thing. You have a property in New York. It's all field. But you have a lead in California. Why not connect with somebody, my student in my California? You partner up. Boom, you have a business, right? It's about adding value. That's it. So community is the key. Okay. There's no one person can be 100 people. It doesn't matter if you're Michael Jordan, right? So if you don't have the community, you don't have the tribe, leverage my tribe that we already built. Hundreds of different partners nationwide in almost every major state, every major city, every major country. Not every major country. Was next. That's next. Okay. But yeah, in the US, that's what we do. All right. So what does it take to work with us? Number one, You gotta get rid of any fears or limiting belief right here, guys. That's it. Hey guys, if one person can do it, why not you? If 10 people can do it, why not you? If 100 people, I show you 100 people can do this, why not you? It's all right here, guys. That's it, okay? So take that away, kick that limiting belief out of the way. You can do this. It's easy. It's actually way easier than anything out there. Trust me, it's way easier than getting, go back to school. If you finish even high school, it's easier. Some of that class is so hard too, actually, okay? All right, if we have a 15 years old that can have done this, literally, right? So come on, you can do this. And then, help us to help you, get you the fast method. You can start your business. We'll give you a weekly mentorship. How many here would like us mentor you every single week? Small handful of people, that's it. We go over every single deal. We go over every single tons, everything. You don't have to waste a lot of time, money, energy. You know exactly what to do, when to do it, and not just me, but my members, 100-member collective intelligence. That's why the military is so powerful. They understand collective intelligence. It's about time you do, okay? All right.
I'm officially.
All right, so we watched this. Let me take any questions right now. And I'm gonna play one last, testimonial video while you have any questions for me, okay? So put down your question in the chat, okay? And I play this video for you. And if you have a deal you want me to look at, or you have a market you want me to analyze, I will stay on extra here. This is extra over Shiva, even though my throat hurt and all of that. I want to be with my smoking hot wife. I'm here because I love you guys. I want to over deliver always, right? So there you go. All right. So okay, I spent 10 minutes with them, baby. Okay. Yeah, I'll be right there. Okay. All right. So
I want to introduce somebody very special, amazing, awesome student who's working 50 hours a week with 2 little kids. It really blows my mind how working moms can also build a side business that within months able to make 6-figure income. Now she has 20 properties, 20 corporate housing, generating more than doctors make. And also travel. She travel, take vacation almost every single month. I'm just so happy and grateful to have her here. It's Coach Ann.
Hi guys, I'm Ann. To be correct, I'm actually having 21 properties. It wasn't that I'm taking vacation every month, but actually every week. I wouldn't be able to do all that without doing the corporate housing.
I've been following Dr. Chau for a long time on Instagram because for me, I'm thinking if I'm going to invest, I want to make sure that I invest wisely because I worked hard for my money, right? And so I've been following Dr. Chau for a long time. Our life has just been so much easier with corporate housing, with our one house. For the last months, we've spent honestly the entire time 5 hours within these last 5 months. So an hour a month, guys, honestly.
What I like is the access. Having access to Dr. Chau, the coach. I got his phone number. I can call him for anything. You gotta make time or get on their schedule, but Dr. Chau is ready to answer my call if I need it. I haven't yet, but I have faith and know that he will pick up. So that's a big bonus. I tested him. When I say test him, I test his character, and that's what I like about Dr. Chau. He's a real guy. That's why I appreciate Dr. Chau and the program himself.
It has been a learning experience for us because it's a whole new business. We also come from corporate America, college and real estate. All of that was completely new for us. I had a hard time with making the phone calls, but you guys said, it's just important to just go for it and make the calls. And we did. We jumped on it, started making phone calls. And after that, it really only took 2 or 3 phone calls. We got our first property in September. We went to go meet the property owner, and he's like an investor. And when he met us right away, we introduced ourselves, met him in person, shook his hand. Felt like we were family. He never did a background check on us, credit check, nothing. He signed the lease that night. Definitely a blessing. And then we had our house listed within 2 weeks after that. He actually referred us to an investor friend. So our second property that we got, they offered it to us. We listed it on a Wednesday, and by Friday we had 3 inquiries, and it's booked for 3 months now. This house that we got now, we rented for $1,895, I think. With the insurance, we're charging $4,000 around 200 per month.
We have faith in this program, and we're happy with the coaches. Been really great to us. We're excited to get our third and fourth property by the end of the year, hopefully. Let's go.
Within the first month of joining the program, we had a baby. The next month, we onboarded 3 houses. What is your excuse? Let's get on board.
So last year, Kathy went to our event like this, just sitting in your seat. She had one property where she was struggling with short-term rental, blah, blah, blah. And now fast forward a year now, how many properties you have now? 6. On average, $2K a month for properties. You're making 6-figure income, man, in 1 year.
Right now, I have 3 properties.
Awesome. And how much you make average per property per month?
About 3 to 3.5 per property.
3,000 to 3,500 per property. So, man, you were killing it. And those 3 properties making you almost 10K a month.
I started my program last September. I started with nothing, had just enough money to get 1 house. Now I'm at 9 houses. I took 5 houses last October. My gross annual right now per month is about $65,000 a month.
This is one of the best masterminds I've been to. I've formed a lot of great relationships, partnerships, just from this one weekend. Better concepts of how to do this business, what to say, how to do it, who to do it with, who not to do it with.
Thank you, Dr. Chau. Thank you for this event. I felt truly at home. My heart is in peace. I trust. I felt understood. I felt cared for from really all of you. And just, I think this is my community from now on.
I also want to just express gratitude to Dr. Chau, the coaches, the team. Putting on this live event was just life-changing for me. On behalf of my family, I know it's going to do well for us. I'm just so excited for the future. Thank you.
There was a point in your life, I am sure, Dr. Chau, that I don't know if you envisioned or where this whole idea came from, but you're absolutely a trailblazer and a pioneer, and it must have taken a whole lot of chutzpah, a lot of courage, a lot of determination, stamina, energy, brilliance.
Why would someone pay double rent? Oh, great question. Wave a hand for that question. Okay? Because we are saving them a lot more money than hotels. Let's say you have 4 employees. Is it cheaper for you to rent 1 house? Is it cheaper for you to rent 1 house or 4 hotels? Of course, 1 house, right? So you're saving them money. Also, they only need it for 3 months to 6 months, so they're not going to rent a place for the whole year and then furnish it and all of that, right? Does that make sense? And then if you are insurance clients, your home get damaged, whatever, insurance is paying. Okay, if insurance is paying, and they are obligated to pay for their insurance contract, why do you care? they have to pay, right? Most of the time they pay, usually insurance pay up to 10% of the value of the home. So I mean 99% of the time they never use all of the insurance money anyway. Make sense? Is furnished finders just like corporate? No, furnished finders more for nurses, and I love nurses, where it's more like a single room or 1 room or second room. My wife is a nurse, right? God bless nurses. They don't make that much, so it's I love them, but it's hard for you to make a corporate client is where they pay double the market rent because they have a lot more resources and insurance housing. Okay, so and also, with the resource that we have, it's not just everybody know. If everybody know about something, it's not that good anymore. Everybody know about Airbnb, everybody know about Furnish Finder. No, we have a lot of other platforms that outside of that nobody know about, because we tested for the past 10 years like hundreds of platforms, and those are the key, the trade secrets, the connections that we have as well, and how to talk to those people as well. Okay. 1 family or 2 family? Not sure what that means. You want to rent it to 1 house, 1 company, or 1 family? Okay. If you mean like a 2 family, like a duplex or a 2 level, sure, you can do that. That's great. Is a lease given? Can you clarify your question with that? Is a lease given? We have templates of the lease that you can use, but we're not doctor and lawyer, right? So, but we have template for that for sure. Okay, other questions? Any last questions? Okay. Yeah, people use Evolve quite a few times, but they don't work that well. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know it's, this make it sound really good and all of that, but I mean, I have coached so many people. Evolve is not that good. Okay. It's much better for you to learn what we know, manage it, and keep all that money for you instead of sharing all that profit for them. Right. What states are the best market? The state you are in. Okay. As long you know there's, you can do this business in every major state, guys. As long as you gotta have you can't do this out in the boonies. Okay, you gotta have a decent medium-sized CD or close to one, and the rest you can do it, right? So, you know, that's another topic for another day. But book a call with me. I analyze the market for you on that personalized call, so that'll be easy for you. Okay. It can be done with HOA, yes, because we're doing corporate rental. So HOA, of course, better without HOA, but if you have HOA, that still be okay as well. Alberto, yeah, you came on way too late. We're about to be done here, but book a call with us. The link is in the chat. My team, drop the call one more time for Alberto, and then we can go from there, okay? But yeah, I'm not selling anything today. Today is all adding value. Can this work in Puerto Rico? Of course it can work. It's as long as it's in the US. That's what we specialize in, okay? Are the renters in demand? Of course, they are in demand. Anything should be told to communicate? Yes, exactly. Yeah, we do coach you on that, how to talk with HOA. Is it best to do apartment or houses? Of course, houses, okay? Single family, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2.5 bath. The sweet spot will be 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, okay? Yes, houses. Yeah, you don't need pool. Do we provide the renter? We provide you the connections, the resources. It took us 10 years to build that, give you the renters, yes. Okay, Norma, see you tomorrow. Fantastic, give her a hand. I love action taker, right? Action taker, that's the most important thing. There you go. And my calendar is fully booked this week too, so if you can't find something next week, it's all right too, okay? If yard is not fully green, yeah, if the yard is not fully green, it's okay too. I mean, it's better if you have better landscaping, but that's okay. Yes, okay, so for the last few minutes here, I want to guide you guys into something very special and near and dear to my heart. Literally, put your hand on your heart right now. And this is what make a difference when you don't feel, I know a lot of people going through a lot of things right now, right? The economy, whatever's going on. So you gotta be grateful for us. And I'm gonna guide you to a meditated, just a few minutes guided meditation that have changed my life. I want to pass this on to you. I learned this from my billionaire mentor, Tony Robbins, who had coached millions, literally millions of people, including all the biggest people in the world. So anyway, put your hand on your heart and close your eyes. Focus on what 3 things you're grateful for. For example, I'm grateful for my wife. She's amazing. She helped me out with everything. She's actually, incredible. I wouldn't be where I am without her, right? And then who else? Your mom, your dad, your son, your daughters. Imagining their faces, laughing at you, with you, and having all this travel experience. Where would you travel to? All the things that you have done in the past. What are you grateful for? Okay, grateful for my dog. Something simple as that. My little baby nugget. He's so cute, right? And then the last thing you want to be grateful for something very, very small, like the sun in my face, the wind in my air, the fact that we are here alive, our heart is beating. Because if you're not grateful for a small thing, you're not going to be grateful for the big things. And then next three things, the next thing we're going to do is pray for three people. Send them blessings, whether it's even your enemies, send them some blessings. Okay, it's okay. All right. Who you want to send a blessing to, right? And imagine like they're doing well. You just send them good vibe. You don't want to say a prayer, send them good vibe, right? And imagine they're happy, and you're able to help them. It could be your friends that been a while that you haven't seen, for example. And then last three things, visualization is if 3 of your dreams that came true. Imagining you making 10, 20, 30K a month in passive income, you're able to travel around the world, what will you do? Who would you help? I know, like, for example, Canada loves to do missionary work, so imagine you doing missionary work, right? Or helping the homeless, whatever, whatever you want to do. Imagining you doing it, you have absolute freedom, and imagining the look on your like your family, your spouse, your parents, whoever, that they're super proud of you. And they tell you, hey, I'm super proud of you. Thank you so much for taking care of me. How you feel? So smile, right? Notifies your face. Feels so amazing. How does it feel now? Feel good, right? So hold these feelings, because these feelings is what will help you to go through the tough time. These feelings is what will help you to attract to you the life of your dreams, right? And then count down with me, 10 to 1, and then celebrate as if the roof is off. Because if you don't celebrate now, when will you celebrate? Celebrate as if you already accomplished all of this, okay? And believe that you can do this. Say, I am premium. I am the son and daughter of the Most High. Everything the Fathers belong to me. So why not? Why not me? Why not now? Okay? So count down with me, guys. Ready? You can unmute yourself too. I'd love to hear from you. Okay? So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Celebrate. Yes. Woo! Yes. Woo! Guys, pass it on. God bless you. Share this with other people, okay?
Thank you.
See you guys on the next call. For those of you who book a call, look forward to consult with you live. We'll see you later. Okay, take care.